Hey everyone, welcome! Hello and welcome back to the deep dive.
Hello, everyone.
Today we are doing something, well, a little bit different.
Yeah, a nice change of pace.
Exactly. Because usually we take these huge, complex topics, geopolitics or artificial intelligence or ancient history, and we try to summarize them.
Right, break them down.
But today we are taking a huge stack of sources, articles, research papers, conversation guides, all about something much, much closer to home.
Yes.
We are talking about your daily life.
We are.
We're talking about sleeping, working, learning, and focusing.
That's right. And while the topic might seem, every day, the challenge is actually quite big.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we want to help you. And yes, we are talking directly to you, the listener. We want to help you master the language of daily life, but also the psychology of it. The mission today is clarity. We want to help you talk about your daily routine in English. We want to help you improve your focus using some very specific psychological tricks.
And we want to understand, really deeply understand why sleep is the foundation of everything.
It really is. It's the base of the pyramid.
But we have a specific rule for this episode, right? Because we know our audience varies.
Like you.
Some of you are fluent, some of you are still learning and building your vocabulary.
Exactly. So the rule for today is simplicity.
Simplicity.
I like it.
We are going to go deep into the science, but we are going to use simple words. No big, hard academic terms without a very clear explanation.
Right. No throwing around dictionary words just to sound smart.
Exactly. If we use a fancy word, we are going to stop, unpack it, and explain it immediately.
Because mastering your daily life shouldn't be complicated.
It shouldn't.
It should be simple. I love that approach. It's like we are stripping away the noise.
Yes, getting right to the core of it. And I know we're also going to make this interactive, right? Like interactive learning.
Yes, this is crucial. We are not just going to talk at you today. We are going to ask you to participate.
We are. Throughout this deep dive, we will ask you to pause, think, and even repeat phrases out loud. Yeah, we want you to use your muscles, your actual mouth muscles, to get comfortable with these sounds.
Because it really is the best way to make the information stick.
Well, I am ready for this. I have my coffee, I am awake mostly, and I am ready to dive in.
Excellent. We have a lot to cover.
We really do. We're going to find out if you are an early bird or a night owl and why that actually matters for your health.
We are going to learn how a tomato, yes, a red tomato, can save your career.
And we're going to talk about the modern plague of doom scrolling.
Oh, yeah. And we are going to practice answering real questions about your life. So by the end of this hour, you will be able to describe your day with absolute confidence.
Let's jump right in. The first topic is one that completely divides the world into two warring factions.
That does.
You are either one or the other. We are talking about mornings versus nights.
Right. This comes from a great source we have called How to Talk About Your Morning and Night Routine. It distinguishes between two types of people. First, you have the morning person.
Okay, let's define that. What exactly is a morning person? Is it just someone who sets an alarm?
No, it is deeper than that. A morning person is someone who naturally has energy in the morning.
Naturally.
Yes. They wake up feeling good. They don't need 5 cups of coffee just to speak a single sentence.
That sounds like a superpower.
In our source material, there's a character named Emma. And Emma wakes up at 5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m.? Okay, that hurts my soul just hearing it.
I know it sounds terribly early. But for Emma, it is not painful. She wakes up and do you know what she does?
Please don't say she goes for a 10-mile run.
No, it is more peaceful than that. She actually talks to her plants.
She talks to her plants at 5:30 in the morning.
She does. She says good morning to them. She waters them. That is a classic morning person trait.
Interesting.
They enjoy the quiet, solitary time before the rest of the world wakes up.
Yeah.
It is their me time.
Okay, I respect that. I logically understand that it is healthy and nice, but I cannot relate to that emotionally at all. I am definitely in the second group.
The night owls.
Yes, the night owls.
Right. So a night owl is someone who has energy at night. Their brain wakes up when the sun goes down.
Yes, that's me.
In the source, we have Sam. Sam stays up until 1 a.m. But he isn't working on a big corporate project. He isn't saving the world.
Let me guess. He is wasting time.
He is playing chess on his phone.
Yeah, that sounds much more like me. I get this sudden burst of energy at 11 p.m. and suddenly I want to clean the kitchen or play a game or read a whole book.
It's very common.
So we have our first interactive moment here. We want you, the listener, to decide which one you are.
Right. We are going to practice a phrase. It is a very natural way to describe yourself. The phrase is, I am more of a night owl.
Notice the stress there. We don't say I am more of a night owl. We say I am more of a night owl. The stress is on the type of person you are.
Exactly. Let's try it. If you like the evening, I want you to say this out loud right now or firmly in your head. Ready? I am more of a night owl.
Go ahead.
Yeah, give it a try.
Just say it wherever you are.
Unless you're in a library, then maybe whisper it.
Right. Okay, hope you got that one. Now let's try the other side.
Yes. If you are like Emma and you like the sunrise, try this. I am more of a morning person.
Go ahead. I am more of a morning person.
Try to get that nice natural rhythm.
Excellent. Now here is where I usually get a little defensive about this whole topic.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, why are people so different? Why are some people talking to plants at sunrise while others like me are playing chess at midnight? Is it just because I am lazy?
No, not at all.
Because society always tells me that if I sleep in Milik, I am lazy.
And society is wrong on this one. And this is the important science part. It is absolutely not about being lazy. It is about your biology.
Okay.
Our sources explain that everyone has a biological clock.
Biological clock. That sounds like a literal machine inside us.
Yeah, it's a metaphor, but it's a really good one. The scientific name, and I'll explain this simply, is circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
Yes. Circa means around or about.
Like circa 1990 or something.
Exactly. And diem means day.
Ah, like carpe diem.
You got it. So it is your about-a-day rhythm. It is a cycle that lasts roughly 24 hours. Okay. Your body has a natural schedule. It tells you when to release hormones, when to change your body temperature, and when to feel sleepy or awake.
So my body's clock is just set to a completely different time zone than a morning person's clock.
That is exactly it. Scientists actually call these chronotypes.
Chronotypes.
Kind of like chronometer for time. Some people are bears, they follow the sun. Some are wolves, they are the night owls. It is actually genetic.
Wow, that makes me feel so much better. It's just in my DNA. I can blame my parents.
You can. And here's a really fascinating detail from the research. This clock actually changes as you age. Think about teenagers.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Teenagers never want to wake up.
Right. And parents often yell at them, get up! You are sleeping the day away.
I remember hearing that a lot.
But the science shows that during adolescence, the biological clock physically shifts forward.
Really?
Yes. Teenagers are naturally night owls. Their bodies physically do not want to sleep until late, and they cannot easily wake up early.
So forcing a teenager to wake up at 6 a.m. for high school is actually fighting their biology.
It is. It is like giving them social jet lag.
Social jet lag.
Yes, they feel like they are in the wrong time zone entirely.
Yeah.
But as you get older, your clock often shifts back again, and you might become more of a morning person.
Well, that gives me hope. Maybe one day I will enjoy 6 a.m. without crying about it.
It could happen.
Now, speaking of 6 a.m., there is a vocabulary distinction here that confuses a lot of people who are learning English.
Oh, yes. The difference between wake up and get up.
Right. This is crucial if you want to sound natural when talking about your routine. So, expert, what does wake up actually mean?
Wake up refers to the mental state. Your eyes open. You are conscious.
Yeah.
You are simply no longer sleeping.
Okay, so I woke up at 7.
Yes. But get up is the physical action. Get up means you physically leave the bed, you put your feet on the cold floor, and you actually stand up.
Oh, I see. So those can be two very different times.
They often are. For example, you might wake up at 7 a.m. when your alarm rings. You stare at the ceiling. You check your phone. You think about breakfast.
Yeah.
But you might not get up until 7:30 a.m.
That is definitely me. There is a huge gap there. And in that gap, there is a very dangerous button.
Ah, yes. The snooze button.
The button of lies.
The button of lies indeed.
For our listeners, to hit snooze is when you press that button on your alarm that gives you exactly 9 more minutes of sleep.
9 minutes of dangerous sleep.
I admit it, I hit snooze 3 or 4 times every single morning.
3 or 4 times. That is almost 40 minutes of fragmented, broken sleep.
I know. But in the source, Sam, our night owl character, explains it perfectly. He says the bed is warm and the floor is cold.
Yeah.
It is a physical battle every morning.
It is a battle of will.
Yeah.
But actually, scientifically hitting snooze is a terrible idea.
Why? It feels so good in the moment.
Because when you fall back asleep, for those short 9 minutes, your brain tries to start a brand new sleep cycle. Yes. And then the alarm goes off again and violently interrupts it.
That makes sense.
This creates something called sleep inertia.
Sleep inertia.
It makes you feel groggy and confused and heavy. You actually feel worse than if you had just gotten up the very first time the alarm rang.
So I'm literally making myself more tired by trying to get more sleep.
Exactly. You are tricking your own brain.
Okay, well, lesson learned. I need to move the alarm clock all the way across the room, so I have to get up to turn it off.
That is a classic trick, and it really works.
Okay, so we have established that getting out of bed is hard. Now let's look at the other side of the day. Let's talk about sleep itself.
Right, the end of the day.
But I don't want to use boring, basic words like I went to sleep. I want our listeners to sound like native speakers who are totally comfortable with the language.
Then we definitely need to talk about idioms.
Idioms, yes. Can you explain simply what an idiom is for our listeners?
Of course. An idiom is a phrase where the meaning is completely different from the literal words you are saying. It's like a secret code that native speakers use all the time. If I say it is raining cats and dogs, it obviously does not mean animals are falling from the sky.
Right.
It just means it is raining very hard.
And sleep has a lot of idioms because we humans just love talking about how tired we are.
We really do. It's a universal topic.
Yeah.
So we have a great list of sleep idioms from our source, Ella. I'm going to introduce the idiom and host. You can explain what it means.
Sounds good.
And then listeners, we want you to practice it. I will coach you on the musical rhythm of the phrase.
Let's do it. Idiom number 1. Hit the hay or hit the sack.
This is the very old one. It simply means to go to bed.
But why hay? Why a sack?
Think about history, right? Before we had nice soft memory foam mattresses, people used to actually sleep on bag sacks filled with dried grass hay.
Oh, wow.
So literally you were hitting the hay with your body when you laid down.
Ah, that makes so much sense. So even though we have nice, comfortable beds now, we still use the old phrase.
Yes, you might say, man, I'm tired. I'm going to hit the hay.
Okay, listener, your turn. I want you to focus on the verb hit. It's a strong, active word. Don't say hit the hay slowly and softly. Say it like you really mean it.
Right, give us some energy.
I'm going to hit the hay. Try it right now.
Go ahead.
We'll give you a second.
Yeah, feel the rhythm of it. Hit the hay.
Good. It sounds decisive. You are officially done with the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do number 2. Catch some Z's.
Catch some Z's. This one is fun. It actually comes from pop culture.
Really? How so?
You know, in old cartoons or comic books, when a character is sleeping, the artist always draws the letter Z floating up above their head, like ZZ.
Oh, yes, of course. I can picture it perfectly.
So catching some Z's just means to get some sleep. It is quite informal, though.
Right, you wouldn't say this to your boss in a formal meeting.
Definitely not. But you might say to a friend, hey, I need to catch some Z's before the party tonight.
Catch some Z's. Notice how it flows together, listeners.
Yeah.
Catch some Z's. The sounds just link up. Try that, listener. Catch some Z's.
Say it out loud.
Good. Catch some Z's.
Okay, number 3. This describes me when I finally fall asleep after doing my digital detox. Sleep like a log.
I love the image this paints. A log is a heavy, solid piece of wood from a tree, right?
Yes.
You cut down a tree, you have a log. You put a heavy log on the ground, does it move?
No, it doesn't move at all. It
Yeah.
is just dead weight.
Exactly. So to sleep like a log means to sleep very deeply. You do not move.
Yeah.
You do not wake up easily. If there's a huge thunderstorm outside, you just don't hear it. You are a log.
I think this is a great goal for everyone. I slept like a log. Try saying that one, listener. Feel the weight of the word log at the end of the sentence.
I slept like a log.
Take a second and say it.
Perfect.
Okay, number 4. Now this one is for the students or the really hard workers listening right now. Burn the midnight oil.
This creates such a clear historical picture, too. This comes from the days before electricity.
Oh, right.
If you wanted to work late at night, you couldn't just turn on a light switch on the wall. You had to burn expensive lamp oil.
So if you were burning that expensive oil at midnight, it meant you had very important work to do.
Exactly. It implies serious effort and dedication. So burning the midnight oil means staying up very late to work or study. You aren't staying up late to go to a party. You are working hard.
For example, I have a big final exam tomorrow, so I'm burning the midnight oil tonight.
Precisely. It shows dedication.
Number 5, 40 winks.
This is a cute one, though. Maybe a little bit old-fashioned. 40 winks just means a short nap.
Just a nap.
Usually during the daytime. You don't sleep for a long time. You just catch 40 winks.
Not 41, not 39, just 40.
Just 40. It's quick and refreshing.
And the last one. This is very useful for decision-making in life. Sleep on it.
This is actually more than just an idiom. It is genuinely good advice. It means to wait until tomorrow to make a final decision.
Like giving your brain time.
Yes. If you have a big choice to make, like taking a new job or buying a house or ending a relationship, don't decide when you're tired.
Don't decide now, sleep on it.
Your brain actually processes complex information while you sleep. You will literally think better and clearer in the morning.
I'll sleep on it. That is a fantastic phrase to use in business, too, if you want to politely delay giving an answer to someone.
Very useful. It sounds responsible and thoughtful.
Okay, so we know how to talk about sleeping. We've hit the hay, we've caught some Z's. Now let's talk about being awake and actually getting things done.
Because eventually you do have to get up.
Right, because once we get up and leave the bedroom, we have to work or we have to study. And for me, and I think for many of our listeners out there, focus is the hardest part.
Focus is a massive challenge in the modern world. Our attention spans are demonstrably getting shorter. But we have a source here from Wikipedia about a time management technique that is surprisingly simple.
Oh, what is it?
It is called the Pomodoro technique.
Pomodoro. That sounds delicious, honestly. Isn't Pomodoro Italian?
It is. It is literally the Italian word for tomato.
Okay, you have to explain this. How on earth can a tomato help me study English or finish a corporate report?
Well, the inventor of this technique is a man named Francesco Cirillo. In the late 1980s, he was a university student. And like many of us, he was really struggling. He just couldn't focus.
I know that feeling so well.
He felt totally overwhelmed by how much material he had to study.
Yeah, you sit down at your desk to study and you just end up staring blankly at the wall.
Exactly. So he went into his kitchen and he found a simple mechanical kitchen timer. And the timer happened to be shaped like a little red plastic tomato.
A tomato timer.
Yes. And he made a deal with himself. He wound it up and said, I will work for just 25 minutes.
Just 25 minutes? That seems so short. If I have a massive 10-hour workday, what is 25 minutes going to do?
That is the whole secret. And this connects to a very important concept called Parkinson's Law.
Parkinson's Law? What is that?
Parkinson's Law states, work expands to fill the time available for its completion.
Work expands to fill the time. Let me think about that. So if I give myself all day to write one single email, it will somehow take me all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You will procrastinate, you will edit it 5 times, you will go get coffee, you will check the news. But if you only give yourself 25 minutes,
Yeah.
you will just focus and get it done.
The tomato timer creates a sense of immediate urgency.
Right. It forces you to act.
Okay, see the logic. So let's walk our listeners through the actual steps. How do I actually do this tomato technique?
Step 1, pick a task. Just one single thing. Like, I will read this one article.
Just one thing. Got it. Step 2.
Set the timer for 25 minutes.
Okay. Step 3.
Work until the timer rings. And this is the absolute golden rule. No interruptions.
None.
None. If the timer is ticking, you must work. You cannot check your phone. You cannot go to the fridge to look for a snack. You just work.
But what if I suddenly remember something really important, like, oh no, I need to call my mom?
You take a piece of paper. You quickly write down call mom, and you immediately keep working. You do not stop the tomato.
When it finally rings?
You take a 5-minute break. Yes. And this is mandatory. You must stop working.
Yeah.
You stand up,
Yeah.
you stretch, you get some water, you step away from the desk. This whole cycle is one Pomodoro, one tomato.
Why is the break so strictly important, though? Because sometimes if I'm working really well, I just want to keep going. I have momentum.
That is a trap.
A trap.
Yes. The research in our source shows that structured regular breaks significantly reduce fatigue over the whole day.
Oh.
If you try to work for 3 hours straight without stopping,
Yeah.
your brain gets exhausted. It is exactly like running a marathon without ever stopping for water. You will eventually just collapse.
Right, you burn out.
But with the Pomodoro technique, you stay mentally fresh all day.
It also stops that terrible feeling of being overwhelmed, right?
Oh.
25 minutes is manageable. I tell myself I can do literally anything for 25 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It turns a giant, terrifying mountain of work into small, easy-to-climb hills.
I love that. But you know there is a villain in this story.
Oh, definitely.
There is something that constantly tries to destroy our Pomodoro focus. Even if I set the timer, there's always something buzzing right in my pocket.
The smartphone.
The smartphone. Our source from every student calls the phone the biggest enemy of focus.
It really is.
And they suggest a modern solution to this problem, the digital detox.
A digital detox. This is a very popular concept right now. Detox is short for detoxification.
Like when you drink only water and eat kale to clean the toxins out of your physical body.
Yes, exactly. But this is for your brain.
Hmm.
In this case, the toxin, or the poison, is simply too much screen time.
The source formally defines it as consciously disconnecting from devices for a short time.
Consciously is the key word there. You choose to do it. You are in control of the phone, not the other way around.
We have some really great vocabulary in this article to explain why we are so addicted to these screens. One phrase that really stood out to me is doom scrolling.
Oh, that is such a vivid image. Doom scrolling. It sounds like the title of a horror movie.
It kind of is a horror movie for your brain. What does it actually mean?
Well, scrolling is the physical action of moving your finger up the glass screen to see more content, right?
Right.
And doom means something terrible or tragic. The end of the world.
So doom scrolling is when you just endlessly look at bad news on your phone?
Yes. But it's highly addictive bad news. You fall into this rabbit hole of tragedy or drama or just endless mindless videos. You start watching one silly video on TikTok, and suddenly it is 2 entire hours later.
Wow.
You feel bad. You feel the doom, but you physically cannot stop moving your finger.
It's the dopamine, isn't it? The phone gives us these tiny little hits of chemical happiness, like giving candy to our brains.
Exactly. It completely hijacks your attention system.
Mm.
And there is another acronym the source mentions that drives this behavior. FOMO. F-O-M-O.
FOMO. Fear of missing out.
Right. It is that anxious, tight feeling you get in your chest when you see your friends on social media having fun without you.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Or you feel like if you don't check the news every 10 minutes, you will miss some incredibly important world event.
So doing a digital detox helps break this cycle. But what are the actual tangible benefits? Because honestly, I get a little bit anxious when I don't have my phone in my pocket.
That anxiety is literal withdrawal, just like if you were quitting sugar or caffeine.
Mm.
But the benefits of pushing through it are huge. First of all, better sleep.
How does it help sleep?
Well, phones emit a specific kind of light called blue light.
What exactly is blue light?
It is a type of high-energy visible light that comes from LED screens. And the problem is, to your ancient brain, blue light looks exactly like the midday sun.
Oh, wow. So if I look at my bright phone screen at 11 p.m. in a dark room...
Your brain thinks it is 11 a.m. It thinks the sun is high in the sky. So it completely stops making a chemical called melatonin.
Melatonin, that is the sleep hormone, right?
Yes, melatonin is the natural chemical that gently tells your body, hey, it is dark outside, it is time to wind down and sleep.
But the phone blocks it.
If you block melatonin, you stay wide awake. You completely destroy your natural sleep cycle.
So simply putting the phone away in another room actually lets your body work the way it was designed to naturally.
Exactly.
What else? What's another benefit?
Better overall mood. When you stop constantly looking at everyone else's fake, perfect lives on Instagram, you stop comparing yourself to them.
That is so true.
And finally, massive productivity. You get so much more done simply because you aren't constantly distracted by notifications.
Okay, I'm sold. But how do we actually do it? I can't just throw my very expensive phone into the ocean. I need it for my job and to contact my family.
You don't have to destroy it. The article gives some very practical tips. Tip number 1, set boundaries. Limit your social media use to maybe just 30 minutes a day. Use the built-in settings on your phone to literally lock yourself out of the apps when your time is up.
That's smart. Make the phone enforce the rule. Tip number 2 from the source is offline activities. Actually go do things in the physical world. Read a real book made of paper. Cook a meal from scratch. Paint a picture. Go for a long walk outside. Do things that physically do not have a screen.
Yes, retrain your brain to enjoy the real world.
And tip number 3 is actually kind of funny when you think about it. The tip is to use an app on your phone to stop using apps on your phone.
Yes, I love this one. They mention an app called Forest. This is a brilliant example of gamification.
Gamification, turning real life into a video game, right?
Exactly, making a game out of a hard task to motivate yourself.
So how does Forest actually work?
You open the app and you plant a tiny digital seed. If you do not touch your phone for, say, 25 minutes, hey, look, that's a Pomodoro, the seed slowly grows into a beautiful digital tree.
Oh, that's nice. But what happens if I cheat? What if I exit the app just to quickly check Instagram?
Your tree dies. It instantly withers and dies on the screen.
You know, I don't want to kill the little tree.
Exactly. It uses your empathy and your natural human desire to win a game to force you to focus. It sounds silly, but it is incredibly effective.
So we have the Pomodoro technique to help us work. We have the digital detox to protect our focus. Now we need to put it all together into a structure, daily routine.
This is the glue that holds all these pieces together. We have a source called The Benefits of a Daily Routine in Language Learning Success. But honestly, the principles here apply to absolutely everything in life.
Let's talk about why a routine is so important. Because some people, and I hear this a lot, say routines are just boring. They say they want to be free and spontaneous and live in the moment.
There's a really fascinating paradox here. The paradox is that discipline actually creates freedom.
Discipline creates freedom. Wow, that sounds like a quote from an ancient philosopher.
It does, but think about the psychology of it. If you have a solid routine, you save massive amounts of mental energy. This connects to a concept called decision fatigue.
Decision fatigue, being tired from making choices.
Yes. Every single time you make a choice during the day, what should I wear today, when should I study, what should I eat for lunch, you burn a little bit of your brain's energy. By the end of the day, you are exhausted just from deciding things.
Ugh, that perfectly explains why Steve Jobs always famously wore that exact same black turtleneck shirt every single day. He didn't want to waste his precious brain energy choosing clothes in the morning.
Exactly. A routine completely removes the decision from the equation. You don't have to sit there and ask yourself, should I study English today? You just do it because it is 8 a.m. and your routine says that is what you do at 8 a.m.
It reduces stress because the predictability makes us feel safe and in control.
And it builds incredible confidence. There's a great story in the source about a very spontaneous student. They absolutely hated schedules. They said, I don't want to live my life governed by a clock.
I completely relate to that student, honestly. I like to just go with the flow.
But the teacher asked the student to try it for just one single day. Just one day of planning exactly 30 minutes of study time.
And what actually happened?
The student realized that because they had planned the work, they could actually completely enjoy their free time without feeling any guilt. Before, when they were relaxing on the couch, they felt this constant nagging guilt that they should probably be studying. But with a solid routine, they knew in their heart, study, time is done. Now is officially free time.
That is a huge mental shift. Success isn't about rushing down a timeline. It is just about walking a path, just walking the path a little bit every single day.
Exactly right.
Okay, well, we have done a whole lot of listening so far. We've talked about the science, the vocabulary, the concepts. Now it is time for the interactive conversation practice. We are going to enter the simulation.
This is my favorite part. This is where we take the abstract theory and turn it into real practical use. We are going to use the English Unleashed source for this.
Here is exactly how it works, listeners. I will ask a typical question about daily life. You, the expert, will act as the student. You will first give a short, simple answer, the kind a beginner might say, and then you will give a long, detailed answer, the kind our listener should really aim for.
Got it. I'm ready to be the student.
And then, listeners, we will turn directly to you. I will ask you the same question. I want you to answer out loud. We will literally wait for you to speak. Don't just think the answer in your head. Actually speak it.
Don't be shy at all. No one can hear you except maybe your cat. And your cat definitely doesn't judge your grammar.
Okay, here we go. Scenario 1. Waking up. Question, what is the first thing you do after you wake up? Expert, be the beginner. What is your short answer?
I check my phone.
Okay, grammatically, that is perfectly correct. But socially, it is a conversation killer. It stops the chat completely. Now give me a long answer. Use the because technique or add a specific detail.
The first thing I do is reach for my phone. I turn off the alarm and then I check my messages to see if anyone texted me.
Much, much better. You added a physical detail reach for my phone, and you added a purpose to see if anyone texted me. It paints a picture. Now, listener, it is your turn. What is the first thing you do after you wake up? I want you to try to speak for at least 2 full sentences. Go.
Say it out loud.
Take your time.
Describe the details.
Okay, hope you gave that a real try. Good. Did you say you brush your teeth? Did you say you go to the kitchen to drink a glass of water? Did you say you stare blankly at the wall and regret hitting the snooze button?
Whatever you said, the key is to add that extra detail. Not just I drink coffee, but I make a cup of strong black coffee because I need the energy to start my day.
Right, it makes it a real conversation. Let's try scenario 2. This one is about expressing negative feelings. Question, what is something that annoys you? First, expert, let's clearly define the word annoy.
To annoy means to bother someone, to make you just a little bit angry. Not furious or enraged, just irritated, like a small mosquito buzzing right next to your ear.
Okay, perfect. So expert student, what is something that annoys you? Short answer first.
Loud noises annoy me.
Okay, a bit flat, kind of an abrupt end. Give me the advanced native level answer. Explain the context around it.
It really annoys me when people talk loudly on their phones in public places like on the bus. I cannot concentrate on my book and I just find it very rude.
Excellent. You clearly expressed a feeling, calling it rude, and a consequence saying you cannot concentrate. It gives me so much to respond to. Okay, listener, it is your turn. Dig deep here. What is something that annoys you? And tell us exactly why. Speak up right now.
What bothers you?
Yeah, let it out.
Explain the why.
Great job.
Maybe you said sitting in terrible traffic annoys you. Maybe it really annoys you when people are consistently late for meetings.
Or maybe it annoys you when podcast hosts talk way too much.
Hopefully not that one.
Beautiful. You perfectly connected the what being a writer to the why wanting to inspire people. That is how you connect with another human being. Okay, listener, tell us. What is your dream job and why? Go ahead.
Dream big here.
Tell us the reason.
Don't forget the because.
Excellent.
Did you say you wanted to be a doctor? A teacher? A pilot flying airplanes? A software programmer? Remember, the why is what makes you interesting to talk to.
That was excellent practice. If you did that, you are literally talking about your life in English. That is the ultimate goal.
It really is. Small, interactive steps every single day.
So we have gone through the painful morning, practiced our conversation skills. Now the sun is finally going down. The long day is ending. It is time for the evening routine.
Yes, we are heading back to our source with Emma and Sam. It is officially time to wind down.
Oh, wind down. There is a really great phrasal verb. Wind down. It comes from old mechanical clocks, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
You have to literally wind a clock up tightly with a key to make it run. As the energy releases over time, the clock naturally winds down. It physically slows.
So to wind down as a person means to deliberately relax and prepare for sleep. You stop working, you stop stressing about emails, and you let your body know it is finally time to rest.
But there is a massive grammar trap hidden right here. A very common mistake I hear from students all the time.
Oh, really? What is it?
Students very often say, I slept at 11 p.m.
I slept at 11. Honestly, that sounds okay to me. What's wrong with it?
It sounds totally unnatural to a native speaker because the verb slept implies the whole duration of the action. Like I slept for 8 hours. That is perfectly correct. But for the start time of the sleep, you should say, I went to bed at 11 or I fell asleep at 11.
Ah, right. I see the difference now. Go to bed is the physical action of walking from the living room to the bedroom. Fall asleep is the exact biological moment your brain actually shuts off.
Exactly right. So please don't say I slept at 10. Say I went to bed at 10.
And another mistake I notice is with prepositions. People often say in the night.
Yes, English is very strange with this. We logically say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But for some totally unknown historical reason, we say at night.
At night. Just one of those things you have to memorize. It's an exception to the rule.
It is. So how should we properly wind down at night?
Well, we know all about the dangers of blue light now. So step one, put the phone away in another room, maybe read a physical book. But I want to end this section with a story from the source that really, really touched me. It is a story about a dog named Biscuit.
Oh, yes, Biscuit, the golden retriever. This is such a heartwarming little story.
It perfectly connects back to our earlier idea of morning people versus night owls. The source tells of a specific person who was a hardcore, dedicated night owl. They absolutely hated mornings. They grumbled. They were miserable. They complained.
But then their neighbor suddenly had a medical emergency and asked them a huge favor. They asked them to walk their dog Biscuit every morning at 7 a.m. for an entire week.
And they had to do it. I mean, you can't say no to helping a dog.
You really can't. And surprisingly, this stubborn night owl learned something profound. They walked the dog in the crisp, quiet morning air. They saw the sun actually rising for once. The dog was just so happy to be there. And the person realized they actually truly enjoyed it.
But the key part of the story was they weren't doing it to be hyperproductive. They weren't trying to be a billionaire CEO optimizing their morning. They were just simply enjoying a quiet moment with a happy dog.
Exactly. The ultimate lesson is that you don't have to be perfect. You definitely don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. just because some fitness influencer on the internet tells you to. But you can find small personal rituals like walking a dog or slowly drinking a cup of tea that make the routine uniquely your own.
Individuality. Find exactly what works for you and your biological clock.
That is the real secret to mastering your daily life.
So let's quickly recap our deep dive today. We have covered a massive amount of ground.
We analyze the deep biology of morning people versus night owls and explain the circadian rhythm.
We learned some very native-sounding sleep idioms, like hit the hay and sleep like a log. Remember the heavy wood that doesn't move?
We learned about the Pomodoro tomato timer and how just 25 minutes of intense focus can completely save your brain from burnout.
We learned about the critical digital detox, literally putting the phone away to stop the doom scrolling and save our precious melatonin production.
And we practically practice answering real-life questions with extra detail and always remembering the why.
Before we go today, we have a specific challenge for you, a mission for tomorrow.
Yes, we want you to try just one single thing. Please don't try to change your whole entire life in one day. Pick one. Option A. Use the Pomodoro technique. Find a tomato timer or an app and do just one 25-minute session of perfectly focused study.
Or if you want option B, the speaking challenge. Find a friend or even just talk to yourself loudly in the bathroom mirror and answer the question, are you a morning person or a night owl? But you must give the long answer. Explain the details of why.
Just take one small step. That is exactly how you build a lasting routine. That is how you master daily life.
Now here is a final thought to leave you with, something to sleep on as we learned. What if our modern obsession with perfectly optimizing our floop and tracking every minute on our watches is actually making us more stressed out and preventing us from naturally resting? Just a little something to think about tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We truly hope your routine gets a little bit better, your sleep gets a little bit deeper, and your English gets a whole lot stronger.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and please don't forget to catch some Z's tonight.
Goodbye, everyone.